Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
Suit yourself. Search me then.
Now then, let's see what we have here. Ah, gold. It can be very dangerous carrying so much gold around. A lot of mercenaries are real cutthroats, not honest fellows like me. I only want 50 gold pieces from you. That's the toll here. And you only need to pay once. That's fair, isn't it?
And? How are things?
Not many people come this way, but up to now, every one of them has paid my toll.
I have come to join you.
Nice for you. Do you understand that the mercenaries are going to vote whether you get to join them or not?
Will you vote for me?
But then, why not? 50 gold pieces is a fair price for a vote, don't you think?
Same old thing, all over again.
Go on like this forever.
Tell me that isn't true.
That was obvious all along.
What do you want?
And there's more, believe me.
I already thought as much.
I want to have a look around the farm.
That's no
Don't
secret.
go into the building on the left. Silvio's in there. He's not in a good mood right now. If he sees a weakling who doesn't belong on the farm, he might get the idea of venting his bad mood on him.
I can't believe that.
Same old thing.
Who is Silvio?
all over again.
Our next leader, if you ask me.
I'm
If you plan on asking him if you can join us, forget it.
had to happen.
You look like you're barely good for herding sheep.
The things I could tell you.
I want to join up with Lee.
It's no secret.
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps on this way.
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit around here and twiddle our
Can't
thumbs.
rely on that.
Intimidate a few farmers now and then, and that's it. Silvio always says offense is the best defense, and damn right he is.
Business.
I used to say that.
Get that from me.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Tell me that isn't true.
You're spending
Don't
Let
stop
him have
now! Don't stop now!
Ouch! That hurt! Show it!
Don't
Let
stop
him
now!
have it!
Let that be a lesson to him! Where do you think you're... So... Now, I
used to say that myself.
What do you...
With that sword.
Don't-
Got my own opinion about that.
It's-
Can't believe that.
I never knew that.
What do you want this time?
Going like this forever.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
That's been known a long time.
You're spending...
Show it! Defend yourself! Watch out! That hurt! Go ahead, hit back!
Not bad at all. What do you want this time?
Methinks I'm gonna...
What?
That's exactly...
I've been too...
Same
Nobody
old
will
thing,
learn
all
anything
over
from
again.
me.
Oh my god!
Finish him!
Not
Let him
bad.
have it!
What's up?
Since Onar announced he was hiring mercenaries, the court's been overflowing with nothing but rogues. All the rabble who didn't have the guts to come out of the woods before are here now. The bastards really came from everywhere.
What's up?
Since Onar announced he was hiring all the
Tell you didn't know that.
The mercenaries came from everywhere?
most of them came from the penal colony. Another group of mercenaries came from the south, where they were probably hunting orcs. I bet that a few of the bandits from the mountains have shown up as well by now to get a free meal.
That's really not my problem. I wouldn't be so sure. It's a bad trouble as it is.
Doing all right?
Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
That'll never change.
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against it. Anyway, you freed our mine from the guards back then. But don't count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now. In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store. And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job, even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
Can you teach me anything?
I can teach you a few tricks in handling a bow if you want. I don't have anything better to do right now anyway.
He really should have known better.
I couldn't get away with that.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Or do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I can just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform. And then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
And? Found a new task yet?
Not so far. Let me know if you have a job for me.
That'll never change. Been there, done
That's
that.
all just gossip.
How are things?
What do you want from me, weenie?
I'm staying out of it.
I want to join the mercenaries.
There's no place for wimps around here.
Nobody wants to know.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense, you couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
He really should have known better.
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me. Want to risk a little bet?
I bet I can handle your sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces. Do you even have that much?
Sure.
Let me see then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
About this strong.
Looks like you got me there. I never expected that. You really don't look like you have that much strength in you. Well, I guess I just lost 30 gold pieces. Here you are. Now give me back my weapon.
Have to listen.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Just you wait, you bastard. Don't take any crap.
Oh my gosh, that hurt! Defend yourself!
Hang on!
Huh?
Ran like Beliar himself was after him.
All that matters is strength.
That was no big deal.
That was quite obvious.
And there's more, believe me.
That's not what I heard anymore.
Wait a minute. Hello, I'm new here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not really in the mood for conversation. I'm totally wrecked.
You're awfully busy,
Try
huh?
that again.
You can say that again. Bennett makes so many weapons that I can hardly keep up with the polishing.
I couldn't care less.
I've gone about it differently.
What can you tell me about the farm?
This is Onar's farm. That big building is his house. He vacated a wing for the mercenaries. We farmers have had to bunk in the barn ever since. But it's all right with me. It's good that we have people who guard the farm. The building here is the kitchen. Maybe you'll be lucky and Thekla will have something for you to eat.
I'm not telling you anything new.
What about the mercenaries?
Onar hired them to keep the city militia off our backs. But they also guard the farm, the sheep, and us farmers. So don't even think about stealing anything or rummaging around in somebody's chest. They're just waiting for a chance to knock you down.
Of course we got him in the end.
Can I buy weapons from you?
I don't have much. We take almost all the swords and axes into Onar's house.
Man like Beliar himself was after anything from me.
Can't rely on that.
I've gone about it differently. Of course we got him in the
Hey,
end. All right, you win. What do you want?
That's really not my problem. I'm staying out of it.
I want to join the mercenaries.
So what about handing me my sword back first, eh?
I couldn't get away with that.
Here's your sword back.
High time, too.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges. You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still, I think I can show you the basics of two-handed combat anyway.
How's it going?
I'm curious to see whether they'll let you join. Of course we got him in the end.
Nobody wants to know.
It's a bad business. Yeah, he really said that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
I want to become a mercenary.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Where's the problem?
Well, I either have to vote for you or against you. And in the situation we're in, I'll only vote for you if I can be sure that you're on Lee's side.
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. Two factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
How come there are two factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the orcs. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
So what should I do?
Simple. Beat up a few of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
What are the rules for a duel?
Go to Torloff and let him explain it if you're interested. Just so we understand each other. I don't care if you stick to the rules or not, just as long as the boys wind up out cold in the mud.
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulko. Then there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business. Just one little hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list? Rod looks a little worse for the wear. Fester tried to take me for a ride. That was his mistake.
Good. Keep it up. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
What are you doing here in my kitchen?
Something smells delicious here.
Oh, yes. I know the likes of you. They're swarming all over the place.
Feel sorry for the poor.
First, they try to get on your good side, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen.
I could have told you that before.
I'm hungry.
I don't dish out food to tramps. I only feed people who work. And that mercenary riffraff, of course.
I'm looking for work.
You want to work here on the farm? Only Onar can decide that. The farm is his, and so is the entire valley.
That's nothing.
Actually, I was planning to join the mercenaries.
So you're another of those felons from the penal colony? I might have known. Just leave me alone. There's already enough of your kind around here.
Same old thing all over again.
What's your problem with the mercenaries?
Ah, those morons really get on my nerves, especially Silvio and his fat buddy Bulco. The 2 of them have been sitting in their corner for days now, making life miserable for me. The soup's too hot, the meat's too tough, etc. and so forth.
Then why don't you do anything about it?
And what am I to do, Mr. Smarty Pants? Whack them with my rolling pin? I can do that to the farmers, but these lowly bastards just hit back.
You don't have to ask me that.
Want me to teach the 2 of them some manners?
You better not try that, honey. As far as I know, Silvio has magic armor. He can't be defeated.
And what about Bulco?
That guy is as strong as an ox. So far, he has flattened anyone who tried to mess with him or Silvio.
He really should have.
I need a place to sleep.
Don't even think about sleeping in my kitchen. Go find yourself a place in the barn.
He thinks it's as easy as that. It has come to my attention that you have it in for my boys, and as far as I know, you're one of Lee's protégés. I'm warning you, a few things are going to be different around here soon, and we'll talk about this again then.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. He doesn't even know how to hold us. I've got my own opinion about that. Nothing amazes me anymore. I can't help it. You hardly know who to believe these days. He ran like Beliar himself was after him.